Good morning. Now we begin lesson number 2.
Basically what you're seeing here is I'm showing you my reference on the video so you can see what I'm drawing after, but I also have it on a tablet. Actually, I have a very old tablet. If you have a phone, it's just as fine. This is the first time I use a tablet. A phone is absolutely fine, but I'm recording with my phone, so I had to use the tablet. Just view the picture on your phone. See, now I'm looking for the big shapes like the eye. Oh shit, I knocked it on the floor. I'm doing the eye, as you can see. If you look at the reference picture I put on the bottom there, you can see I kind of made it more contrast filled. It's these shapes that you want to put down on the paper. The big shapes, the big difference between light and dark. It's gonna take this takes a long ass time. But it's a really important step. And in the beginning, you're not gonna know where to put the lines, but just practice, just keep doing this. The first picture is gonna be hard because you don't know why you're doing the lines. But once you've made it to the painting phase, you'll understand where the lines need to go a little bit better. So if it's a hard job for you here in the beginning, the first time, just try to do what I did. You can sort of see my lines. Just mark out the mouth, hair, is what I'm doing now. Guess that's kind of it is. You could have a softer pencil to make it more dark, but I just go for a fine pencil because it's really easy to erase.
Now we move on to the first layer of paint.
So here we're gonna put up some colors. I start out with the darkest colors. These are gonna look darker than what they will at the end because the paper is gonna absorb a lot of the colors and it's gonna look a lot more faded. So don't be too scared to go about going a little bit dark. But I'm basically doing the lines now that I did on the pencil, just so I can take my eraser afterwards and remove the whole fucking grid. But I can't do this before I have some references on the paper and some places so I know where stuff is supposed to be. So it can look a bit cartoony when you do it this way, but as you see in the end, it's not gonna matter so much, actually. Right now you're probably thinking, this looks like a bunch of dogs, but it's gonna be better. Let's see. This is the first important phase. It's kind of blocking out where the big amount of light is, where the big amount of color is gonna be. Just so you can, and then we move on to detailing it. I hope you get a sense of what I'm doing here. Here's where I begin erasing stuff with the eraser, just all the pencil lines. I don't need them anymore. Because we got enough information on our paper now. Now I'm just starting to do a little bit more details. It's filling out some of the values. You know, the dark and the light is what I'm doing. I'm using only one color at the moment. So if you look at the face, there's not very many colors going on in it. So you can get away with using one color for a lot of things. And if you noticed, sometimes I'm taking a piece of paper and I'm dabbing like now, is to remove some of the color. If you think it's too much, then I'm gonna dab some of it away. It gives me like transition between the paint. I don't know if this is recommended. I don't know what professional people do. This is how I do it, and it really works. Getting into some darker colors now. Some more shadows. It's Actually, quite a mess right now, but I think it'll make sense in the end. That's what I hope. A lot more dark on it now, but this is in layers. It's gonna be really light when it dries, so I'm gonna have to do it again. Now I'm just doing some. Look, I'm doing some fucking lines. Oh, what is this? Blue. Let's do some happy things with the blue. And the blue and orange and red is always a good combination for colors. I'm afraid you won't see this in the end though. I just kind of did this because I thought it was fun. But this is probably gonna end up being black. But now we have some interesting shit going on underneath the black. That's just something you're gonna know. The one who buys the picture is just gonna see black half of the portrait, but you're gonna know there's some extra shit there. Now we're moving on to some. We putting some of the colors in because the face is not just white. There's some orange. The putting in some shadows. I wish I could tell you exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing, but I hope it helps that you can see what I'm doing. It's starting to take. It's getting a bit more three-dimensional, perhaps now. Let's see what it ends up looking like. Look, I made some freckles by. I just basically take the finger on the tip of my brush and then stroke it. Then you can make some dots on your paper like that. Putting in some more black. Starting to take shape a little bit. Doing the hair. Hair is pretty fucking difficult. It's gonna take me a long time to do the hair. I'm gonna do this in the next session. Just adding a bit of texture to the lips and some color. Some detailing. Yep.
That was it for lesson 2. I'll make a new video and I'll see you probably tomorrow or the day after. Okay, bye.